Nelly thing, but if Rondo hit 3 threes, start the bus.
Exactly, right? You're not going to really change your defensive game plan there. Everybody's just sagging off, help off of him. You're going to have to shoot some of those. If he makes them, tip your head.
Steph Curry fouled shooting the 3.
Maybe Bradley's wanting to show he's back to that monster that guards Steph so well.
I mean, I've seen, 26 seasons for me.
Yeah.
Avery Bradley is playing this preseason game like he's in the NBA Finals.
So here's your split action again. Draymond is sitting that screen. He locks and trails like you're supposed to do with Steph. You don't want to come off his body ever. He locks and trails, tries to recover, and Steph knew he was behind. He was going to try to contest his shot as hard as he could and just use that against him.
And you brought up a great point about Steph, is that what's the defender doing, and let me use that against him. Don't premeditate. Don't decide what you're going to do in advance.
A lot of guys, that's tough for them. A lot of guys have 2 or 3 moves that they like, and they're coming down to, okay, I got to go crossover here. I got to go through. Like Steph is just saying, what is the defender doing? Is he off? It's sagging off a little bit. I'm going to shoot the 3. If he's up on me, I'm going to throw a video game dribble move at him. I can do whatever I want with my handle. It's that good.
So Steph very quietly has 18 points in 17 minutes, and he's hit only 1 3. Kind of interesting.
Don't rotate on.
Rondo again. That's a win for the Warriors.
Just keep shooting that.
If it's Rondo shooting 3s, you won. It's not LeBron. It's not Anthony Davis. D'Angelo Russell triple. The Warriors just can't buy one.
That was kind of a little Steph Curry give and go there. He gave the ball up and then ran to the corner.
I mean, think of
Steph do a lot.
The Warriors are down 8, but they're 3 of 20 on 3s.
Yeah.
I mean, any kind of normal 3-point shooting would be all right. Anthony Davis from deep. And that'll do it for the half. Very entertaining first 24 minutes at Chase Center. Lakers got up 11-0, but the depth of the Warriors and a lot of young guys helped make it a respectable score at the break. So the first half in the books of the first preseason game. We'll be back with more at Chase Center coming up next. The Warrior locker room at Chase Center is as good as I've ever seen in sports, and there's a story behind it. The ceiling is an homage to Oracle, and that is the Oracle floor, the actual hardwood floor. It's circular, so all the guys' lockers all the way around, they all have their own individual television sets in there. But isn't that cool that the history of Oracle is part of it, the new building? And that was all designed by the players and the basketball operations people to never forget your past and bring some of it over to the new building. I just think the whole what they call basketball campus, and we got to go to practice the other day where you're seeing the courts and the treatment and the weight room, and they've got their own barber and a chef and all. It's, if free agents come look at Chase Center,
dope setup.
They're coming here.
It's the kind of thing that makes you excited to go play. You walk into that locker room and yeah, I love it. I love that they included Oracle in some way, the floor there and the ceiling. But you walk into that locker room and you're just going, oh my goodness, I can't wait to play for this organization. They're just trying to make everything as good as it can be for me, and I'm just going to go out here and play my heart out for it.
Now, Karen Burke caught up with Jaron Collins. What was the coaching staff's take on the first half?
Well, yeah, I asked JC, what did you notice about how the young guys settled in? And he said they got some great experience out there competing against LeBron and AD. They were hustling, they were making plays, and even when the team was down early, he liked the fight. JC just wants to see maybe better boards in the second half, guys.
So I think now, as Mike Brown is definitely doing the substitution and helping Steve with the minutes, you're going to see now Jacob Evans, Eric Paschall, Omari Spellman, Damian Lee, and Glenn Robinson to start the second half. So I think both teams will start emptying the bench a little bit here.
Yeah, the big guns are going to sit out. They've gotten some good work in already. Now it's up to the new guys. Some of the new guys.
Damian Lee, that was to beat the shot clock buzzer. Alex Caruso, who was a two-way player a year ago, playing with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, JaVale McGee. Troy Daniels also getting in the ball game. So JaVale had a nice year last year for the Lakers.
Did.
I mean, for all the guys that scuffled in LA, he was really good.
Showed that he can handle more minutes at a time. asthma thing didn't bother me as much, and he played well. He wasn't making mental errors out there. Didn't try to do too much. Got to be happy for him.
Shot clock an issue again, down to 4 here. And Damian Lee bottoming a 3.
He is not afraid to shoot.
Well, for a team that went 3 of 20 in the first half on threes, they'll take that triple.
It's a welcome sight.
Caruso can play the 1, he can play the 2. I like the matchup with Jacob Evans here. And then there's the hands of Omari Spellman. Damian made 1. Missed everything on that one. Early on, Steve Kerr is going to use a timeout. The Laker reserves kind of burst out of the locker room and push it back to the 9-point advantage. 10:27 just underway in the third. Lakers back up 9.
The best food and restaurants that the Bay Area has.
Check out the Modella Cantina.
There you go.
That is a really unique spot to watch the game. There are clubs for every section, every ticket strata. It's been really fun. And the different culinary options. We're going to hook up with Mark Jeffers, who's the head chef here. He's been making the rounds on all the various broadcasts. And I'd say I'd buy you dinner, but I think he's bringing you food in for nothing. So.
What? Yeah, I'm hungry too. I do not mind stuffing my face on camera.
Spellman wanted that backdoor pass, but Caruso had the good hands. So the starters and a lot of the heavy-duty players played in that first half. Caruso draws the foul here. All right, so, Clint, I don't know what you wanted, but apparently they brought you just about everything.
I'm going in on everything. I will try one of these. Can I try this?
Yes.
This looks like a hot dog with everything on it. The fixins.
It's got like the pretzel bun going and everything.
I got to take at least one bite here. Hold on one second.
His first broadcast, and the guy is like munching food on the air. Like, is that actually happening? I've lost complete control here in the third quarter. So the Laker lead is 12. My partner's got the napkin going. And look, Eric Paschal, he knew you were eating, so he got fouled, so he can shoot 2 free throws.
Listen, I'm not going to let him bring food up here and me not try it. That's a crime.
Now, wait a minute. Where's the hot dog bills? That's on, put the headset on here. So Mark Jeffers is the head chef. Do you think you put enough stuff on Kalena's hot dogs?
I could use a little bit more. I'll bring some more out next round. What do you think?
It's amazing.
It is amazing. That's from Sirop Shop.
Okay.
Awesome couple. JP and Kristen put it together from Sirop Shop. It's basically a Filipino version of a hot dog. So it's a longanisa sausage, and then it's just loaded with a bunch of great toppings. And then we actually have some of the premium menu items here too. So this is a Iberico ham with frog hollow stone fruit. So just great seasonal stuff.
Oh, that's what we had for lunch yesterday.
Basically, yeah,
right?
Same stuff.
Right.
This is plum right here, right?
Right, absolutely. So
where's the hot dog bills?
There's stands all around. You can get out to them. We've got about 12 different types of eateries with all the different varieties, kind of flavors around the Bay. So you can go shopping for what your heart desires, for sure.
I highly recommend this.
Now, Mark, are you overseeing everything?
The whole
all the
deal.
different restaurants?
The whole deal, yeah. All the premium spaces, all the clubs, suites, and as well as all the eateries. So 37 mini restaurants, so lots of fresh food done sort of a la minute.
Now, how many kitchens are you got operating all at the same time?
Well, each eatery operates as its own sort of kitchen. So we've got 37 of those, and I've got about 6 main kitchens outside of that. So it's a big operation, about 150 cooks and about 10 chefs to get it all together.
And are you doing this for all the events, all the concerts, everything else, too?
Every one of them. Every one of them.
When are you sleeping?
I'm not. Pure adrenaline.
Well, I know that the clubs, the eateries, the amenities, and just the vibe of Chase Center, people are blown away. This has got to be fun for you, too.
It is fun. It's you know, clearly the Warriors wanted to do something different and kind of groundbreaking with the facility itself, and you know, we're partnering with Bon Appetit to really do some really special food, kind of one of a kind for the industry of sports and entertainment.
And if you ever need someone to try out all the dishes, I'm going to volunteer my services. So just
I love
so you
that.
know,
I love that. I always need good volunteers.
Right. And what I just tasted was immaculate. It was incredible. I love the plum. I love what you did there. I love the combinations you put together there. It works. It works.
I love it.
I'll tell you that.
You could be a guest judge on a cooking show.
Nice.
I would just say, for those people that have played golf at the Olympic Club or Silverado, and they know the hot dog Bill's hamburger hot dog, there you go. That will help you get religion.
It'll change your life.
Speaking of changing, you've had Jacob Evans hit. Pascal's made 2 baskets, including a 3. We're back to a 7-point game. Now, please tell me that you're a basketball fan too, right? I mean, not just a chef.
Of course, you have to be.
Okay.
I mean, it's the best perk of the job here. I mean, I've got the best seats in the house right now.
Although one guy is watching his diet in Omari Spellman, so don't go over the top.
Don't show him this.
Keep this stuff away from him.
Yeah, this is definitely more cheat day sort of stuff than the standard diet.
Yeah.
Mark, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for feeding my partner.
I appreciate it, man.
You're very
that was
welcome.
incredible, for real.
Great to meet you.
So that's Mark Jeffers, and as we said, there are bars and restaurants and eateries all throughout the building at every level for every ticket strata, which I think is pretty unique in pro sports. But get yourself a hamburger hot dog, courtesy of Hot Dog Bills. I'm telling you, those are ridiculously good.
This was incredible. Thank you.
Give me the mindset of a young player. We'll use Jacob Evans as an example. Are you playing to show the coaches something, or are you playing to minimize mistakes so you don't stand out on film where you didn't have the right rotation? Like, what's the mindset of a younger guy trying to let Steve Kerr and Mike Brown and those guys know what they can do?
I'm thinking you're playing to show the coaches something. You never want to come out in a game and think, I can't make mistakes. That makes you play not as freely as you want to play. And for a guy like him, they've been telling him, you got to be assertive, you got to be aggressive. And there's some guys that have that innate aggressive gene. He's probably not one of those guys, but he seems to be kind of turning a corner here because they keep telling him, we need you to be aggressive, we need you to be aggressive. A lot of times you just got to play games with yourself, like in practice. Hey, I got to shoot at least 3 or 4 times in this drill right now. I got to be aggressive. I got to make something happen. And that way you kind of get used to being aggressive. He seems like he's in a good place right now. But he's skilled. He's skilled. We saw him do a lot in Summer League, and he's kind of showing out here. We got him handling the ball. He can defend. He's got some versatility. He's got some skills.
That was Devontae Kaycock out of UNC Wilmington. He was an undrafted rookie that just floated that one in for the Lakers. The one thing for Jacob I would like is he's handling here. And I don't know that he's a true backup point guard, but defensively, try to do your Avery Bradley impersonation. Whoever you're guarding, Damian Lee, good tough take to the rim, will get himself to the line. But you know what? Because I think Jacob, you don't have Clay, who's a phenomenal wing defender, right? You got to help out Steph or D'Angelo that if another guard was going nuts, that he could come in for 5-6 minutes and really guard somebody.
Yeah, take some of the pressure off of those guys. And if I'm Jacob Evans, too, I'm going to the coaching staff and I'm saying, what do you want to see from me this year? Give me like 2 or 3 things that I can focus on. Maybe they'll say defense. We want you to get in guys' shirts. Your guy doesn't score. We need you to focus on that every single game. Take pressure off the guys. Maybe it's just they're telling them, be aggressive. Shoot your mid-range jumper. You've been working on it, right? We've seen you in the gym with these coaches. Get it off in the game a few times.
Glenn Robinson will sit. We just saw Alfonso McKinney briefly, and Alfonso's the perfect guy for that. What was his calling card last year? Good offensive rebounding, and he would hit the 3.
Yeah.
And so when Steve put him in, okay, he played 73 games. Is that you knew he would rebound, you knew he would battle, and you knew he could knock down a 3. And Troy Daniels, as he stayed in the league, knocking down 3s.
There you go. Don't complicate things if you're a young guy in this league. Come in and focus on 1 or 2 things. A lot of times it's just one thing. Maybe it's just defense, maybe it's just the rebounding. But you do that one thing well, that gives a coach a reason to put you in the game.
Marquise Chris shooting that 3. JaVale McGee's not even venturing out on Warrior 5, shooting from distance. I tell you, Pascal's in the right spot. JaVale McGee couldn't hand that roll pass. And then Daniels with the steal. It's a 2-on-1 here. And that's executed perfectly. Give it up and get it back. Well done by LA.
Play before, though. Pascal switched the ball screen and got his hand in there. Didn't just rest on his back, get aggressive with your hands.
Not seen Alec Burks, or Willie Cauley-Stein, or Devon Looney, or Smiley Gage tonight, all injured for the Warriors. Damian Lee made a great play, and McKinney didn't give up on it. Rebounded his own miss to put it in.
It's an important time for these guys. Got some nice wings on the floor. Who's going to step up and make themselves a staple in the rotation? You got to think Alfonso McKinney. We just talked about him. The coaches kind of already have a confidence in him. He had some really good games in the playoffs last year. We were just talking about it. Depend on him for the offensive rebounds and knock down a three ball every now and then. For Jacob Evans, he's trying to show that he can be a rotation guy. You can trust me when I get in the game. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not going to pass up open shots because that throws everything off. You pass up an open shot, you may not get a better one than that.
So Kai Bowman out of Boston College, who was originally recruited out of high school as a college football player at Alabama and North Carolina, as Dwight Howard shoves off there. Kai Bowman is the other two-way player in addition to Damian Lee. So Bowman will play the point guard spot. Juan Toscano-Anderson with Alfonso McKinney, Marquise Chris, and Jordan Poole for the Warriors.
Kai Bowman is an interesting player. We see him with the ball now, pick and roll. He's got some quickness. He can get into the paint, get by his man, make some plays. Shot 37% in college. Didn't shoot it well in the summer league, but he's got room to improve there.
I think Caruso opened some eyes last year. He's playing now with Zach Norville, who had the 2 years at Gonzaga. McKinney, beautiful take to the rim. See, I think Zoe should switch that up a little bit. Don't always settle for the three. So I love that big step in the finish. Norville to Dwight Howard. Howard flipping it up and in and drawing the foul.
And there's the teaching moment. On the weak side, got to get in there and clog that up.
Well, Dwight Howard is 33 years of age. He was the first pick back in 2004. 16 years in the league, the 8-time All-Star, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Traded from Washington to Memphis, and then they bought him out. And the buyout really was because DeMarcus Cousins, unfortunately, tore his ACL. Missed free throw, and Daniels missing the three. Now this is the deepest of Warrior deep reserves, and offensively they're discombobulated. Jordan Poole had that knocked away and then had to commit the foul.
You expect that first preseason game, guys trying to figure out where to go. Still trying to learn the system. Saw a lot of that in practice. They're going over plays. The play breaks down, going into a drawn kick game. You don't want to have any hesitation offensively.
But I think it's going to be very weird about this preseason. When you play the same team 4 times out of the 5 preseason games,
get to know them pretty well.
You ain't going to really like them by the end of that.
Yeah, get to know them too well.
Yeah, you ain't really going to like that by the end.
Yeah. But you can tell these guys are enjoying this first preseason game because they've been scrapping and clawing against themselves.
Exactly.
Opportunity to get out and play someone else, even if you're going to play them 4 times. Still nice for them. They're enjoying this game. Guys are coming out here and playing. It's kind of getting away from them now for the Warriors, but learning opportunities. You're going to watch film after this, both offensively and defensively, see what you could have done better. See how you can work well together better.
Demetrius Jackson is checked in out of Notre Dame for LA. McKinney missing there. And Dwight Howard couldn't quite collect it. Caruso comes back to help him. Cycling around, and Norville missing that three. This group for the Warriors, who is going to shoot it? And how are they going to move it? They're kind of running sets that they just learned starting Tuesday.
Yeah. Alfonso and Poole have been aggressive throughout the game, especially Poole.
Bowman will launch a three, and the three-point shooting just hasn't been there for either team. Warriors 5 of 28, Lakers 6 of 25. So there's McKinney. Just keep grabbing rebounds. Let that be your calling card. And there you go. Just run the floor, Marquise Chris.
It's athletic.
Well, also Dwight Howard's 33 years old.
Exactly. He's not always going to want to run back. Marquise Chris taking advantage of that. throw it ahead, reward the big man for working.
Surprised him, right? He's got his sunglasses on, his helmet on, his backpack on. He's just cruising. But Mike explained, usually by the time someone recognizes me, I'm gone.
I need to talk to him because I'm in the market for a scooter. I live not too far away from here. That'd be perfect for me. I walked here today. I want to get a scooter. I'm like, I can't walk every day like this.
You know what? All the guys now are in the city or on the peninsula and have moved over. Clay's the last guy to come over, but the scooter to work for Mike Brown. There you go.
Helmet. Got to get a helmet, too. It's a great idea. That's what I was thinking today. I promise you, on the way over here, I was like, I'm going to get a scooter.
How long is your walk from your spot?
It's like 20 minutes.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. It's kind of hot today, though, so I started sweating a little bit. I was like, you know what? I think I need a scooter.
Troy Daniels with the step back.
Yeah, Troy Daniels is a sneaky good pickup. He could knock down some threes. But they definitely need to be able to space the floor to make more room for LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Another moving screen. You know, at some point, as the score becomes a bit more Laker friendly, we got to have our man Tommy Adza pull back and show the size of the scoreboard in this building.
Right?
Because I've called games for Dallas Cowboy games. This is the single largest indoor scoreboard I have ever seen in any venue in the world.
It's the biggest in the NBA now. It is a monster scoreboard.
It is amazing. And between all the stats and the video and the replay, I mean, that scale doesn't even give you perspective. The first game you come to Chase Center and watch the Warriors, you are going to be blown away. And it's four-sided. Right. You know, so if you're in the end zone seats, you still have a great video board.
Yeah.
And that was part of Joe Lacob's idea. He wanted this just for basketball. This is not an ice hockey arena. He wanted acoustics for concerts. It's been incredible. And he wanted a scoreboard that everyone in the entire building would be able to see with clarity, and that's just a trendsetter right there.
And it's not only better for the fans, it's better for the players too. When you're on the court, you can look up. They got the screens under the scoreboard, and those are bigger too. You got all the stats there. If you're trying to figure out how many points you got, you can see that. How many rebounds? It's all under there.
You been to a concert here yet?
No, I haven't. I know you have.
I went to Elton John, and we're going to the Who on Wednesday.
I heard it was amazing.
The acoustics in here are fantastic.
Yep.
I mean, there's an intimacy to this building, and I'm an idiot architecturally. I don't know what it takes to do this, but man, the people that set this thing up really knew what they were doing. Howard, good defense by Spellman, because Howard couldn't finish with the left hand.
Even the fans in the upper rafters, they feel really close.
Well, and they have the different clubs, as I said, for every level, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
McKinney. Those are shots that Alfonso's got to knock down. Russo tried to feed it to the rim, and Dwight Howard will be fouled.
He tried to throw it late there. He held on to it. Made it a little tougher on that weak side defender. Like, is he going to throw it? Is he not? Do I need to get over there? How much do I need to help? Do they got it under control? Do they not?
As camp gets going, do you get in shape is the wrong word, but do you get into basketball shape? Do muscles start to remember?
Yeah.
You know, what goes on for a player's body as camp kind of wears on?
Draymond was talking to all the players after Steve Kerr talked to them. They were kind of all in a huddle, and he was like, slow down a little bit. We're not going to get in game shape in one day, in one practice. Let's mentally lock in, and the game shape thing will come.
Stream cleaning successfully completed.
Hopefully you came into training camp in some kind of shape, right? So that'll come naturally. We'll get used to the flow of it. They're going scrimmage and all those different things, live drills and practice. That'll come. You got to lock in mentally. We were watching, and there was a lot of turnovers, and Steve Kerr didn't like that. We got to focus on turnovers. Mentally lock in. Don't go as fast. The speed of the game will come. We got to make sure we take care of the ball and we're mentally focused.
Now that is the regular season play. That's Jordan Poole on a draw and kick, and Spellman spaced out and railing an open three. That was nice to see right there.
He's going to get all kinds of shots like that. The bigs don't want to come out there, especially older bigs.
So Omari's first make, and so that's got to feel good for him. And he got kind of deked by Caruso there.
Yeah, he threw a hesitation at him. He kind of lunged at him, but here's your draw kick. A little hesitation, jab step move, going to his left Jordan Poole, draws the defense in. Amari Spellman was ready for it.
You know, that replay showed too. I mean, Dwight Howard's 17 feet away from him.
Right.
You know, so it's a warm-up three. So if you can hit those, that's the counterbalance of all the size and everything the Lakers have, is that if Spellman can hit a couple threes.
Right.
We'll be with you with the T-Wolves October 10th right here from Chase Center. First 10,000 fans get the Warriors trolley car. All tickets at warriors.com. The T-Wolves on the 10th and the Lakers again on the 18th. Even preseason tickets have been kind of at a premium.
Sure.
You got everybody saying, I got to get to Chase Center. I got to check it out.
See this place. It's impressive.
Caruso, nice drop off. Alex Caruso knows how to play.
You know, Amari Spellman over. He was on Dwight Howard. Going back to Dwight Howard. He's got great vision. On the play before, we were talking about Jordan Poole not going in there single-mindedly. Just read the defense. Everybody gets sucked in. Find your shooter. You don't go in there to shoot every time. You don't go in there to pass it every time.
They're Darren Spellman. He's 1 of 5 on threes, but yeah, we've seen Omari make close to 40%. So
Completed.
his issues in Atlanta weren't talent issues; they were fitness issues. And to beat the buzzer, McKinney banking that out. So the 8-point halftime advantage. The Lakers more veteran reserves and the Warriors youngsters scuffling offensively. Grows to 20 as we head into the fourth.
That was then, this is now, this for show. Let them know. Here I go, reservoir. Here I go, reservoir. That was them, this is me, this is King. You ain't know. Here I go, Crit Hill, sound like this, my you. Type of car we don't steal. Backseat driver for real. Drop me off at the top. Got that key with no lock. Play for the team that I own. Ain't no taking my spot. Franchise, we sell a lifetime to spin. Hit that bank to the visit. Raise a hand if you win. Drop the top on the roads. Had the whole little ghost. Bible service for family. I'm proposing a toast. Made it out the hood like, yeah. Who would have thought we would get out of the project like this? Don't get lost in my crib. Way too legit to quit. Oh, you thought that was it? I'ma be bigger than big. Yeah, you know what it is. Here I go. Put 'em up.
Our game summary after 3. He saw some of the Warrior youngsters lead them back into the game. Jacob Evans, a couple mid-range and a 3 made. Jordan Poole had a little swagger to him. Hit a 3. And the Lakers take a timeout, capping off a good Warrior run. But the size of LA, 48 points in the paint to the Warriors 28. And the absence of Looney and Willie Cauley-Stein and Smiley Geach left the Warriors without any centers. And LA in the third quarter kind of had their way. Anthony Davis and Steph led the way in the first half. Our Toyota game summary through 3. Bob Fitzgerald, Kalena Azubuike. How's the maiden voyage working for you? You all right?
Loving it. I'm loving it. I'm good. I'm enjoying myself up here. We talked about the size early on. That's to be expected, the problems they had there. Sometimes they were late coming in from the weak side. Sometimes the defenders were there and they still just threw it over the top of them.